Hello folks and welcome back to Sunless Skies. Last time, well, we started off, didn't we? We got here, and if you go to the journal, we found we have our ambition. We want to be wealthy. We got the box from Captain Whitlock. We have a trading opportunity to buy seeds at Port Avon to the southeast of Winchester and sell them at Magdalene's at northeast. And then we have to go take the fastidious inspector to Port Prospero. Some of those locations have changed. Wasn't Port Prospero to the west? And I don't care. Anyway, so we're gonna head to Port Avon. Port Avon is southeast of New Winchester. So that's the plan. First, we're gonna head over to Port Avon, which is southeast. So south we go. Chart. So map is big. Definitely want to head over down here there. Anyway, let's go. Let's head down this way. Every once in a while we'll send out the bat, see if the bat can find anything. We'll go on our own recognizance for the time being. Okay. Scamp's Narrow. Does that turn up there? Okay, it does. Okay, Scamp's Narrow. Southeast. This is kind of... We're gonna head... So, hello. Yeah, thank you. Attackity Scout. Friendly? Friendly. At least not angry at us. Sunshine, are you gonna be... Are you ramming into us on purpose here, or what? You're not firing your weapon at us, so I'm confused. You know what, I'm just going to leave you be. I'm just going to leave you be, buddy. Just go over there, stay over there, and just relax and chill. Mr. Bat. Right. They found something to the west of us. March 19th, 1905. Scout returns. It has found something. Oh, you can salvage. Two hull points there. Good. Getting this way. This corner of the sky is little travelled. It has been given over to wilderness, the lost and fungus. Okay. Attackity Scout or Pirate? Again, you seem to be spinning around in interesting ways. Come on. Another Attackity Scout. Anything nearby? Reluctantly, your bat confesses to having found something. Ooh, a kind of port over there. Well, a port is what we're looking for, so we shall head towards that direction and see what we can find. Hark, a signal cries. You do hear the oompa oompa of distant circus music, perpetuated by a straining tuba. Can I go through this? No, I cannot. A stopped clock. The fastidious inspector approaches you in the galley. Captain, good day. I notice your ship's clock is stopped. Perhaps you'd permit me to repair it? She has a little case of tools and hopeful expression. Permitted. You prefer things to be done right more than twice a day. Yes. She gives a grateful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon, she has back off the clock and has spread tiny clocks across the galley table. Obscure horological tools gleam brassily among them. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament. The fastidious inspector is attempting to fix your locomotive's clock. The facilities inspector has a round face, brown eyes, and short dark hair. She gives the impression of being perpetually busy. Inquire about her work. What are the duties of an agent of the Horological Office? She sniffs. It is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the Empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June on the opposite corner. How is an empire to function if it can't agree what day it is? Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than it was. The hours trade has seen to that. Ask about the hours trade. You've heard that the Empress awards her favourites with gifts of years to extend their lives, and that you can become rich mining for hours to satisfy London's hunger for them. Oh, hours have more uses than that. We use them to increase the efficiency of work worlds, to speed journeys to distant regions, to resolve overcrowding in prisons. It does make my life more difficult when time knots and stretches like wool on the loom. More difficult, but more vital. Her Majesty seized a great trove of them when she assumed the throne of the hours, and now even more have been found in the Reach. Miners dig them from the ground. She looks momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with a modest pension of years myself, to prolong the better part of my retirement. Complementary skills. Her hands are deft and sure. She polishes, cleans, she reassembles. Thank you, she says, a small, embarrassed silence. It's possible the inspector's pleased. It's rather hard to tell. Discuss the Reach. The wide, wild frontier. A sunless domain, but impossibly verdant, with gargantuan vines, cathedral-sized bronze woods, and livid fungal archipelagos. It has uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion, and the steady light of the clockwork sun. These sunless reaches are so misty and quiet. She pauses, but critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours, and enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London, even if some of it is dubious shape. Discuss the suns. What happened to the Reach's sun? And London has a man-made sun. How did Her Majesty defeat the old one? We warred and we won. It's not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. The suns made the law, they say. Now Her Majesty makes it. As for the Reach's sun, she looks through the window as the lightless, stirring mists. I don't know. Do suns grow old? Do they die of natural causes? I think that would probably be better than the alternative, wouldn't it? I ask about the Winchester War. There are those who feel that London is a long way away, and they do a better job of governing themselves. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them tacketies, for the hobnail boots that are so practical out here. London, unsurprisingly, disagrees. The Windward Company earnestly represents Her Majesty's interest in the region, sometimes very earnestly indeed. The tacketies called London's loyalists stovepipes, for our hats, I suppose. She avoids looking at you. And you, Captain? Where do your sympathies lie? With London, you remember the heritage the Queen who led you to the skies? The tacketies, these are new lands, where should old rules or old masters hold sway? Or do you feel no loyalty to either side? Perhaps you'd rather be left alone. Perhaps you're undecided. Perhaps you see the conflict as an opportunity. What a remarkable indulgence, she remarks, with a raised eyebrow. I think that's pretty much it, right? Yes. Good evening. And to you, Captain. I think I shall make a cup of tea. Nilsson's Point. Okay, so when you go up. So where are we? Discovering ports. Ah! You can gain more experience by defeating enemies, discovering landmarks, and completing... Yes, we've leveled up, basically. You're approaching a newly discovered port. This has significantly reduced your terror. Your crew are always thankful to find another place of relative safety in the skies, however strange or full of devils or covered in mushrooms. Okay, so... Plenty's... Palmyre and Plenty's Circus. Right, so stories. As a travelling circus has settled here, too afraid to go further and too afraid to turn back. Its clanking, gaudy locomotive scavenges such orders as it can from nearby homesteads and delivers them for an evening of shabby, desperate, big-top magic. The inconceivable circus, the greatest show. The greatest show! That's what the adverts promise. The reality is not impressive. Aside from the big top that dominates the circus, the place is shabby, poorly maintained, and even more poorly attended. Bored-looking circus folk man rotting booths, and the clowns painted on smiles are no match for the deep-set misery behind the grease paint. Even the Calliope music, playing on a rundown piano, is more grimly resolute than cheery. Purchase tickets to the circus? if we have the ticket booths there. Write a port report. This doesn't seem any of tactical importance. Even so, there may be those who are interested in who attends. So we'll write a port report. The big top looms dramatically in the fog of the Reach, but it's not nearly as imposing as the massive obelisk floating nearby. Some enterprising soul has hung bunting on it between the big top. As for the circus itself, outside of the performers, it is practically deserted. You may be the first new face in the audience in quite a while. To earn rewards, hand in your port reports to the injured veteran at Victory Hall or the prudent secretary at Company House. Both docks are near New Winchester. Enter the big top. We haven't got the tickets. Visit the amusements. We haven't got tickets. Speak to the ringmaster. We're not a familiar face. Try to sneak behind the tents. Guests are not allowed back here. That makes it more interesting. A pair of clowns whose painted-on smiles do not match their actual scowls spot you almost immediately. There's nothing funny about the heavy sticks they carry. You are less than politely escorted back to the big top. Perhaps if you were better known around here, they would be less concerned. Well, okie dokie then. So, do you want to spend tickets? We have... It'll cost me 10 sovereigns. You know what? I need to buy stuff first, so... We shall do that. Anything in the shops. In the new big top shop. You can buy some bronze wood. You can buy some supplies. And also at the center of the bazaar. Bargains available. Bronze wood for 135. I can't even afford a single one of those. I can't afford a single one of those. We're going to undock and... So it's supposed south-southwest is down here somewhere. I went too far west. South-southeast is not this way. Spend a character profile. A moment of reflection. Choose a facet to grow stronger. Basically, as you level up by telling you further the story of your captain, of what happened to your captain. So I can choose what stat I want to improve. I think I want to improve my spell in prison, I think. This judge, stony-faced, we can actually choose, right? Okay, we can, so scarred. You came close that day to death. It left its mark. What was it that nearly killed you? An attempt on your life? There's a bullet scar beside your heart. You have learned since to be more judicious in your choice of friends. Gives you iron and mirrors. And an engine accident, a breached pipe, a scalding jet of steam. You spent a week on the brink, trapped in boiling dreams. The scars are livid on your skin. Alternatively, a spell in prison. The judge, stony-faced, condemned you to New Newgate, the stalactite prison of old London. Its dark was thick as tar. Its cells were as small as pantries. How did you spend your days there? You served your time quietly. You notched each dismal day onto the cell wall. You steered clear of the monsters and the meek as they preyed upon. You dreamed of the day of your release. Or, better, the wolf and the lamb. You ruled your corridor like a robber king. Even the guards knew better than to push you. Your punishments were less than you deserved. The interlude in red and gold. You lost your mind once. They put you in a splendid hotel managed by a cheery gentleman who would determine when you could leave. How colourful the other guests were. How red the curtains. How gold the fittings. How secure the locks. Eventually you were allowed to leave. But was your recovery genuine? Yes, you're feeling much better, thank you. Through trial and error and determination you learned to tell what is from what is not. The manager said he was sad to see you go. No, you just learned to lie. You said what you had to and they sent you home. Even now your world is red and gold and splendid. Basically, I got sent to mental... Basically, I got almost killed. I spent some time in prison. I got sent to a mental asylum. Another, I got better. No, I'm still insane. A scandal. You were the gossip of London's salons and the target of blistering editorials in the Gazette. Mad, they said. Bad, they said. Dangerous to know. What was the incident that exposed you to the buffeting winds of public opinion? A torrid affair. Secret letters, warm and yearning. Furtive assignations. Where desires, among other things, could be unlaced. The reports were salacious. Or a parade of debauchery. Absinthe, wantonness, more absinthe, brawling, gambling, blasphemy, and slander. Absinthe and prisoner's honey. Prisoner's honey alone. Prisoner's honey in company. Is there a vice you haven't explored? It's possible. There are only so many hours in the day. I want to go spell in prison, and I was better the wolf than the lamb. So I see I got some veils, and I got a little bit more iron. That's how you level up, by telling the story of your captain. Right, let's get out of here. Ow. Accidental. Nelson's Point. We want to head but this way. This is south-southeast. We want to go down. Yeah, we're really in the wrong direction. We're really in the wrong place, aren't we? You're low on supplies. Once you're now your crew looking to solve, you can buy more supplies at ports. Check your ports or supplies selected the card. Experience. Yeah. Right. We must go. We must go. Hare's Hope. We're running a little bit hot here. We're overheating, we're overheating, we're overheating! Good, let's salvage this. Loot, we require some supplies, or we can get some weapons. You approach the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. The bridge is in ruins, the hull is crumpled, but its main gun has survived. An engineering crew would remove it intact. Board the defeated marauder. To the victor the spoils, or recover its weaponry. Get his weapon back. One reclaimed marauder mangonel. Your crew returned in one piece, bearing the spoils of your victory. It was right devil to remove, Captain. Hope you'll make good use of it. The marauder cannon launches chunks of jagged, superheated rock via a brutally basic mechanism. Simple, ruthless, and effective. Okay, so we are here. We're going to keep going this way then. Maybe we can sell it if you don't want it. I am going to be running out of fuel though. I kind of wanted to loot you for fuel and supplies. Possibly that may be what I should have gone for there. Who knows? Or dares to dream. Right, let's keep going. Set up my bat again. Hopefully we'll find something. Bat found something ahead of us. They found something. Reach Marauder? Ow! I just... Gotcha. Supplies and fuel, please. Recover its weaponry, again. You know, part of me is like, I want the weapon? How much money, do you know how much money it's worth? Okay, I can't check any of that right now, so I'll just do this, see what difference is. The crew of the Marauder lie dead in the corridor, killed not by your guns, but knives and small arms fire. The only survivor is the captain, locked in the brig with a bottle of brandy. Chalk eyes stare back from every wall. When he ran out of chalk, he began scraping them against his fingernails. Little remains of them but bloodied stumps. Seen this before, Captain, says a crew member, grasping your arm. Sky madness. Magdalenes can treat it if you could be bothered to take the poor sod. Well, we'll take him, because we're going there eventually anyway. The crew wrap the sky-maddened captain in blankets that secure them tightly with belts. It takes 4 to transport him safely to your locomotive. He may not be happily restrained, but he shall keep him from harm until you get him to Magdalenes. Magdalenes lies to the northeast of New Winchester. The captain secured, you have a moment to see whether there's anything worth of the locomotive before abandoning it to the wilderness. Strip the engine for materials, or loot the hold. You can gain some hull. My mirror skill is horrible, so I'm going to loot the hold. And a distressingly odored barrel. You gain some fuel. That's something, I'll take some fuel. We're still looking to go this way then. So what do you actually have in the hold then? In the hold we have a reclaimed marauder magnet. So heat is 50 compared to heat is 30. Damage is 75. 25. Okay. Okay. Down here is... what is it? Ooh. An abandoned engine. A wreck, Captain, your driver informs you. Might be worth a wee look, they add delicately. The wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark, its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. Entered through shattered windscreens. A 33% chance of success. Stripper for repairs. The steel of its chassis is mangled, but the bridge appears largely intact behind its broken windows. Not a lot high chance of success. Then I'm going to do a stripper for repairs. We'll get some of that. Oh, hull. Right. Oh, what the? Ah! The hell is that? And why am I'm just going to go away now. We're just leaving. I'm low on supplies, so I don't want to necessarily get embroiled in a fight. Oh, it's coming, so I might not have a choice. I may not have a choice here. That is a... Is it still there? That might still be there. That's kind of cool if it's still there. Some glowing mushrooms here. The bat out, see if the bat can find us anything of use. Down there, okay. It's not a port though. If it's supplies, all I wanted to be is supplies, because I've got some fuel now. If I get some supplies, I'm golden. The pale wood. It is dark down here. A lot of burning down here as well. Hue requires mining. Okay, we can't mine, but we found something we could mine if we had mining. Oh god. We can get past it though, can we? Just slide my way past it. Thank you. Incautious driver. I came here once. Don't remember why. A king? His cup? Okay. Oh, hello. This is a port. Port Avon? Please? There's the dock captain. A signal declares. The crew is relieved. Somerset Camp. Traitor's Wood is a sprawling, secluded forest on the edge of the Reach. Few venture beneath its gloomy boughs, and legends speak of a king who sleeps under the barrow of the wood heart. So we can explore several places. Is there a shop here? There's a bazaar. A bizarre bazaar. We can buy some ministry-approved literature. There's a bargain, and there's... We can buy some supplies here. I don't have... How many? I've got 109. I do want to get some supplies. I'll buy one bit of supplies there. Right. Forest edge. The wood's edge. The wood is vast as a felled giant and fathomless as a great ocean. The wood is vast as a felled giant. Like the ocean, much of it is hidden from view. Careful expeditions are required to go deeper in the wood. The forest is rich in the wild and the verdant species of the Reach. Exploring the starlight dappled edges of the wood would be profitable. Could be profitable. Gather flowers. May gain verdant seeds. 15% chance of getting verdant seeds. The game in the forest is unparalleled. The glories that the sport it offers are spoken of even in the hunting lodges of Port Avon. A 33% chance to catch a caged catch. You can slumber in the wood. The starlight silvers the branches above you. Birds call quietly. Rest. 20% chance there. 50%. I want verdant seeds though. Like I need verdant seeds. I'm going to try to gather some flowers. Hey! Nice. By a lake grey as the eye of a storm, you find a promising patch of herbs. Green and golden and wonderful. Your crew help you gather these that seem at least familiar. But surely those will price the highest price. Deeper in the wood, where the light is almost drowned by thirsty silverwood trees, you find flowers of every hue and everantine. You gather what you can. Yay! Okay, so we can't do that yet. We'll be back later on. A campfire. 3 figures draped in scholars' robes huddle around a campfire. They are arguing about kings. A banner in the colours of Somerset, London's university, most respectable college, gleams in the firelight. As you approach, the discussion dies. One of the scholars, a woman with a fierce expression, stands up. Only scholars should be here. Are you one? No, but I have friends. I have affiliations, Academy, and I'm not going to just give you supplies. I just bought them. No, I am not. Yes, they are academic. No, but I have friends. Okay. Expeditions into the deep woods. Somerset College has, until recently, funded expeditions into the forest. Oh, good lord. You must first decide how many crew will you wish to take on your expedition. The more you take, the likelier your success, but the risk of losing them all. Then choose your destination. Every able-bodied willing. Or we also spend 2 supplies and 2 fuel. Or a small expedition with only 5 crew members. I'm not going to take either of them. Return to the wood. And the parting glade. The forest rises up behind the station where a few tents have been set up. We shall write a port report. There's no one here, but perhaps someone will take an interest in how the wood fares. The what might be an owl calls from somewhere in the wood. In the far distance, a great stone barrow rises over the trees. The glade, an oasis of wildflowers and sweet meadow field in the midst of the brooding trees, is where captains meet to do business and bring their adventures to the woods to the conclusion. Explore the glade. Birds trill in nearby trees, and the sweet scent of flowers pervades the air. There is no one present, but there are signs of recent passage, a discarded set of cups from some clandestine picnic, loose paper hastily torn from a notebook, a few bullets in scorched grass. People come to the glade to conduct meetings as neutral ground, and as a place to think, secluded from the watchful gaze of the high wilderness. Approach the tents. A group of sad-looking tents huddle together in the edge of the wood. A figure sit around the campfire, bickering. You move through the damp of the wood, the ground beneath your feet slick with fresh fallen rain. The figures around the campfire do not seem to have heard you, engrossed entirely in your argument. These... oh, of course, it's this lot. Fine. Is there anything else up here? Write a port report. Outside the Somerset camp, a great forest of bronze wood trees has gone untouched by human hands. Voices sound in the depths of the woods, forlorn and far away. The wood is vast and vastly lonely. Right. We shall just leave, I think. We shall leave. We are here, and I think I want to go that way. So we'll undock. We shall go this way. Hello. Tankeri are lumbering, half-fossilized isopods that will attack anything they disapprove of. Given that they are very ancient and murderously grumpy, that means almost anything. The defeated Count Tankeri has been blasted to smithereens. Only a cloud of stony chunks remains. Disperse the rubble. The flagways could be a menace to passing engines. Clear it out of the way as a service to other skyfarers. Sift through the pulverized rubble. Perhaps you'll find something of scientific interest. Look for an uncanny specimen. 24% chance. Yeah, go for it. Failure. I lost 2 hull and I've gained 10 sovereigns. A sudden wind drives the jagged Tankeri fragments against your hull. They crack against your windows, drum on your plating. Gritty particulates clog your pistons. When you dig the shards free, you will find some of them gleam with veins of semi-precious stone. So we got some money though. It's cooled down. Yeah, good. So what did it say? Tutorial, was it about heat? The heat bar is full. This happens. You can't use lateral thrust, and if you fire your weapon, you'll take damage. Okay. So heat itself does not actually cause damage. It means you can't dodge, and you can't. If you fire your weapon, you take more damage. Noted. Let's keep going then. The deep wood. I want Port Avon. We're dying to find Port Avon right now. I'm dying to find Port Avon right now. South-southeast. Well, southeast would be here. South-southeast is this way of it, so hopefully we're in the right area. Put the bat out, see if the bat can help. Something above. Okie doke. Something above us. The areas here, clean here with a crystal scent of fresh water. You're near the Regent's Tears. That's a beehive. Ooh, something to crave. A tremble of the air which swells to a thunder. More bees. Collect. Okay, we got the honey. We're probably going to be massively targeted now by bees. We're just going to go. Yep. I'm fairly certain we're being chased because of that, so might make it back to a new Winchester and see what happens. Whew. Managed to get out of that one in one piece. Okay. Why's that got... That port's got a marker on it as well. Hmm. A mist rises from the woods, your loins will pale as if something vast had breathed upon them. I'm gonna move up there. I'm gonna move like up here, see what happens. Press C, so I don't have to keep holding W. I can rearrange myself from my chair as well. There you go, keep heading up. I've got a couple of port reports to give in as well, so that may be of use. Yeah, so probably get a mining thing of some kind. There was a mining thing you could buy back in New Winchester. That may be relevant. Or it might not. The pale wood, so where are we? Okay, still going to be heading sort of this direction-ish. New Winchester's quite a bit away, unfortunately. That's the little worrying thing over there. I'm not going to touch that right now. Nightmares untroubled. There's something over there. Traitors would... Okay, fine. If it's something over there, I'm actually going to check it out then. I'll check it out. It's probably hardly a bad idea. Yeah. Where is it? It's down here somewhere. I figured it's this thing, whatever the hell this is. It requires butchery. Okay. You're going to be heading straight back towards New Winchester, I think. We're taking as much of a route that way we can. Because we need supplies. Annoyingly. That's probably good. That probably would give us supplies. What did I actually pick up there? Hold. You have a gourd of chorister nectar. For tea drinkers, it's a sweetener. For poets, an inebriant. For singers, it's an enhancement, widening the vocal range by a viable semitone or two. Cool. Yeah. Let's keep going this way. They tell you the sky is as cool as ice. Wilkinson's dead. This is a place. Is this Port Avon already? There's something over there. This is Port Avon. This is even better. This is even closer than I thought. Traitor's Wood, Wilkinson's dead. Port Avon. It is Port Avon. Yay! We found Port Avon. Dock, dock, dock. And I leveled up as well. Level up for me. Behold, a ruin of giants. Gargantuan blocks jigsaw together, furred with moss and a whispering within orchards. A bucolic village nestled amongst them. Smoke coils daintily from the chimneys. A leisurely game of cricket unfolds on the village green. Disembark. A ramshackle dock juts into the sky beside a farmyard scattered with rusty locomotive parts, plating, piping, a chugging motor with its innards exposed. An oily-faced, black-haired girl waves your locomotive into position. Welcome to Port Avon, she calls as you disembark. A rich knot of scents greets you, leaves and wood smoke enriched by an infrequent but pungent intrusion of goat. Port Avon welcomes new visitors, but your novelty will wear off the more time you spend there. When you visit in future, you may need to bring something to keep them friendly. Your Port Avon welcome is now 3. The Port Avon spills prettily across the sections of colossal drifting ruins. Its orchards bask in the evening gold light of a distant nebula. Exploring Port Avon will wear down your welcome. Here you can restore it, allowing you to stay longer. Stories, oh my god, so many of them. Shops, Sharma and Sons, fuel supplies. Bazaar, sack of verdant seeds. I can buy 3. Can I buy 3? I can buy 3 sacks of verdant seeds. Because I have the thing for it, right? I've got the yeah, we're going to buy 3 sacks of verdant seeds. The floor of the reach is dangerously fecund. Plant a seed, water it, give it little light, and it'll sprout overnight. During transport, it is vital the sacks be stored in a cool, dark, and dry place, or your hold is likely to become an impromptu shrubbery. Right, you've bought a lot of them. You've got no money left over. Port Avon Dock. Recruit a repentant devil. He's looking for passage. Hang on, so... Stories... this is green. The Nowhere Inn. Cyclopean Ruins. Right. Port Avon Dock. Recruit a repentant devil. He's looking for passage. I need 100 sovereigns. Yeah, well, that's not happening. Not now, anyway. Sorry. Port Avon. We shall write a port report. Okay, so let's have a port report. Were it not for talk of smugglers and sky beasts, you could easily confuse this place for a village in the world you left behind. It's quite peaceful here, apart from some fuss over a newspaper delivery. The villagers frown and change the subject when you ask about it. Okay, so we can't... if we have some gossip, it'll get us back in, or we can host a tea party if we had some tea. And no welcome. The village green. The heart of the village, surrounded by orchards of real apple trees that were shipped through the avid horizon as seeds. Watch a cricket match. What sort of place is for... we can Nowhere Inn. First public house. Read a vert of speculative fiction. Appreciate an amount of cider. Speak to a short-sighted cryptozoologist. Intercede in a mushroomy matter. Head upstairs. Recruit the rat brigade. Oi, down here! 3 rats glower up at you from a table, where your spilt beer has trickled down to form a rat-reachable puddle. The smallest, most scarred rat is called Cinders. She introduces her companions. This, she indicates... This, she indicates her rat-wearing goggles, is my second, Petronella, our mechanic. She gestures towards a rat with glossy fur. And this is our agent provocateur, Albrecht. The rat inclines his head. We need a locomotive. These battle-hardened rats are all that remain of a rat regiment. A mercenary company active in the early days of the Winchester War. Used to be a dozen of us. The best sappers around, says Cinders. Now look at us. Her whiskers twitch. Time for that later. We'll pay, Captain. Port's Avon first... Hang on, wait, what? We have... officers? So we've got 2 chief engineers now. Plus hearts, plus iron, plus establishment, plus irons, plus villainy. The rat brigade made a mess of your galley. Straws and bits of blanket and patches from damaged uniforms have been gathered into a makeshift nest. In contrast, tiny notebooks, Bretta derringers, and hip flasks that are not as small as you might expect are stored with care, stacked in a corner away from prying hands. Then the chief engineer. Gamble with the incautious driver. Nah, I think we're okay. Thanks very much. Back into Port Avon, the Nowhere Inn. Read a work of speculative fiction. In the nook of the fireplace is a shelf of magazines. Each contains a story by the local author, the turbulent fabulist. Speak to a short-sighted cryptozoologist. She works on a stool returning at Earthreach. I must have taken the wrong connection at New Winchester. A tiny figure weighed down by 2 backpacks and a heavy duffel coat looks through thick glasses at her map and up at you. Excuse me, I need the passage. I don't suppose you could help me. I'm on the trail of unusual beasts. I can pay you for your time. Where do you need to go? Traitor's Wood. Beams the short-sighted zoologist. She leans in conspiratorially as she turns out to the wrong person. They say there's all sorts of living in that place and... Oh, sorry, she turns to you. There's all sorts living in that place. Possibly even an ape man. Won't it be fun to find out? The short-sighted cryptozoologist almost boarded someone else's locomotive. A kindly stoker guided her the right way and onto yours. Intercede in a mushroomy matter. The pub is out of scrumpy. The barman blames a creature, a cross between a mushroom and a jellyfish. It sways in its seat at the bar. Who does this creature belong to? Bellows a man, fuchsia with rage. The Blemmingham he points at is a grizzled member of its species, most of whom were left behind in the Neath. The fuchsia gentleman roars in fury. Between bellows, the truth emerges. The Blemmingham is no one's pet, and far worse, no one will admit responsibility for its stab. The Blemmingham is unconcerned with the tumult. It nods its cap at you with grim respect, then flops a tendril into a mug of stout. It stares bleakly through the window. Leave the matter well alone, because I cannot afford its tab. Gives me a mascot that raises my iron and my mirrors. Fair enough. And we will read Cyclopean Ruins. The ruins. Not one of the looming stones is quite square, yet they all slot together immaculately. Conduct a nocturnal excavation. Enjoy the picturesque surroundings. All is well. They soar. Oof. No, I think we'll spend some nice time in the village. We shall, we will something. Village Green, yes, Village Green. We shall take a relaxing. We shall watch a cricket match. A crack of willow and leather. A hesitant smattering of applause. The game could charitably be described as stately, but there is a moment of excitement when the batsman hits a 6 and the ball whizzes over the thatched roofs off the edge of the port and is lost forever in the starry depths. The audience groans. Play stops while someone goes to get another ball. Okay, that wasn't really helpful. Nowhere in. Let's read some speculative fiction. The fabulist's work has been accepted in a number of publications, including Murgatroyd's Miscellany, Hearth and Heaven, and The Seasonal. He is prodigious. Which story catches your eye? Oh, good lord. The Eyes of Heaven. Being a thrilling tale of discovery and danger in a sky heretofore unknown. Bones in the Well. Being a macabre tale of one's soul descended into solitude and madness. The Devil's Confession. Being a satirical tale of infernal ambition and mortal folly. The Vacant Throne. Being a tale of political inevitability from the perspective of an empire. The Corpse at the Window. Being a sinister tale of familial duty and intimate horror. And the Parson's Cookpot, being a darkly comic tale of domestic misbehaviour and unusual appetites. I'm going to go for The Devil's Confession. I'm not one sky story. I'm wearing out my welcome. Terror remains unchanged. I probably have a little bit more welcome in me, but I think we're going to make a move back to... We're going to make a move because we've got no money and no supplies. So I'm going to head back to Undock. We're at Port Avon. We're going to head back to New Winchester. We have to head back to New Winchester quick. I want to get there before the end of the episode. Come on, is there a way over here? Yeah. Probably want to go around this way. A level up. A moment of reflection. Worse things happened at Z. The sea does not forgive, it does not forgive you. The Untersea demands a price from all who sail her. What did they demand from you? A year of your life, you were lost overboard, but the drownies, borne you to their city beneath the waves, took avort in delight. After a year and a day, you awoke on the thumbnails of the mudland and wept. Otherworldly artifact +4. It could never have originated on Earth. Perhaps it was the key to the lock mysteries, or perhaps you could put it on the mantelpiece. Your home. You returned from a voyage to find your home occupied by strangers. You knew their names and their faces, but the place they once held in your heart had been filled by the sea. Which gives you a moment of inspiration. It is good to love many things, for therein lies the true strength, and whoever loves much performs much and can accomplish much, and though it is done in love is well done. Alternatively, a lost love. Love, the gradual erosion of that which separates you from someone else. The fitting together of two lives as intricately and intimately as the threads in a tapestry are the cells in your skin, and when one of these lives ends, what remains of the other? You loved, you lost. How badly does it hurt now? You get inspiration no matter what, but either we can have either a fresh wound, as red now as it was then, or a gnawing ache, a hole in the heart. We can also have a mentor, which gives us affiliation villainy. Ooh, that kind of works for us, because we have that already, haven't we? If I go, let me close here. If I check at my profile, we already have affiliation villainy, do we not? My soul is fermented and stained. Oh, lovely. Affiliations Academy. Oh, my affiliations with Academy. Okay, let's keep it that way then. A scandal. I'm affiliated with the Academy, though my mirrors is appalling. I do like the idea of a mentor, though. Although I do want to keep leveling up my my veils. Although getting I like the idea of a gnawing, aching hole in the heart. You feel always that something is missing. In the middle of other things, you will look up and around and remember that they will never be there. Or a scandal, a torrid affair, secret letters, a warm and yearning, furtive assignations, where desires, among other things, could be unlaced. No, I like the lost love. Lost love, hole in the heart. Alright, anyway, let's make a move. If I was a villain, I would have carried on with the villainy thing, because that would have been amusing. We are moving onwards. So we're almost out of supplies as well. Please tell me I can turn left here. I'm hoping I can turn left over here. Good, I can turn left. Good. The clamor in which can be heard on the wind, familiar as a disagreeable uncle. Right. Head up. Gabriel's Archive. Oh god, one of these places to get... Okay, we're back in Land of the Living. I know that the lady wants to go to Traitor's Wood, so we're going to go there as well. That said, we've also managed to pick up the verdant seed, so next time we could think about heading towards the place with the thing. There's New Winchester. Oh my god, so close to home. Wimpy condensation trails pass across the sky, the ghosts of passing trains. Okay. Let's land quick. Let's dock. Okay, wait. The clambering central station in New Winchester, a place of steam and smut and thundering iron. A scrubbed clerk begs a moment of your time. I represent Halliges, the banking house. I promise this will only take a moment of your unquestionably valuable time. He produces a folded contract with a flourish. We hear promising things about you, Captain. Very promising indeed. We would like to extend our services. We provide a secure solution for the storage of your assets, absolute discretion and steadfastness unto death and beyond. We require only a signature. Sign your name. The offer is entirely complimentary, I assure you. At Halliges, we measure ourselves by the quality of our clientele. This will unlock a bank vault, allowing you to store and withdraw items at any hub port. I am certain that this represents the beginning of a long and warm relationship between ourselves and your lineage. May it endure. I bid you good day, Captain. You may access your bank in the central port of any region. You will find it in the list of areas on the left-hand menu when docked. Click to transfer items between your hold and the bank. You will be able to access the contents of your bank from any hub port. If your captain dies, the contents of your bank will be transferred to your next captain. Bank. Bazaar. Prospects available 9. Right, sell. 100 for the reclaimed marauder mangonel. I am really tempted to swap it out for my current weapon. To swap that out for that, you know, because... That said, 100 is going to be very valuable, so I'm going to sell that, because I want the money back. What's in the hold? What can I buy here? So if I was buying, the drill is 400, the butchery is 400 as well, that's not happening as well. Victoria's Market. Selling... I can sell a gourd of chorister nectar. And again, because I want money. I am requiring money. We shall buy some fuel, we should buy some supplies. What's my money like at the moment? 224. That'll do me. That will do me. And you can sell... I can sell one of these, I think, but I would rather go ahead and... it's fine. Stories, Wolseley Station, everything's fine, correct? Yeah. Everything's fine here. We need to go and sell... We need to go sell that at Magdalen's northeast of New Winchester, because we also have Sky Mad Captain and so forth. So let's actually, if you go to profile now, officers. Ah, we haven't actually turned you on yet. Rat Brigade, you are actually our... There you go. The captain will actually be our officer. So we actually have, yeah, slightly higher stuff now. Good. I'm happy with that. And I'm going to call it there, folks. And I'll catch you all next time. Let's see, if you want to carry on, I might make this like a longer episode, less frequent one. We shall see. Anyway, catch you next time. Bye.